What is going on, bro? The Celtics traded Jaylen Brown, who was All-NBA first team last year, for Paul George. 2 firsts and 2 swaps, I think. I mean, the trade just broke. You can see I got home from the gym. The trade broke. The first reaction is the Sixers won the trade by a mile, and that the Celtics got fleeced. If I'm the Celtics, I don't see the rationale for this. 2 picks is a good thing, especially from the Sixers, who you don't know that much about their future. Well, now they have Jaylen Brown. It's looking pretty good, but you're not trying to rebuild. And I get the new lottery and everything, those could be good picks. But I feel like there had to have been so many better trades on the table. I mean, I saw a report that earlier today before the trade broke that if they wanted a DeJounte Murray or Herb Jones plus Trey Murphy trade to be done, it would have been done by now. Like the Pelicans would have did it, which I believe. And I don't see the rationale for this trade being better than that one, especially if it's DeJounte and Trey Murphy. Paul George is not better than Trey Murphy. And I think Trey Murphy fits the Celtics system a lot better. And then you get DeJounte, who's more of a point guard and can handle some ball handling responsibilities when it's not Tatum and not Jaylen Brown. And I'd take him over Peyton Pritchard too. I really don't understand the trade from the Celtics perspective. But let's talk about the winner real quick. The Sixers are looking great now. They have 3 top 15 players when healthy. If Joel Embiid's healthy, he's top 15. Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown. They did lose Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre, but Tyrese, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid. I'm trying to think of who exactly will be their small forward right now. Don't know. Really don't know. You'll have to figure that out through the rest of free agency, but having those 3, especially Tyrese and Jaylen Brown, is a crazy core. And then you look at the East, and it's like, the Knicks just made the finals, and it's not like they were predicted as some type of overwhelming favorite. Being a contender in the East gives you a real chance. Like, they did get swept by the Knicks, but there's a world where they come in this year and they're a top 3 seed. I just keep thinking about the Celtics perspective, and I don't understand it, but I'm going to get back to the Celtics for a little bit. Where do the Celtics land in the East without Jaylen Brown? Jason Tatum is the better player, but he's still dealing with that injury. He's coming back. It'll be Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Neemias Queta. Just like all the young guys, Baylor Sharman, Luka Garza, Hugo Gonzalez. I don't think the Celtics are going to be very good next year. Losing Jaylen Brown and getting Paul George is like, that's a multi-tier downgrade. And who knows? Paul George could end up being really good next year. The Celtics do take talent and make it good, and Paul George has talent, so he could be really good. But I don't see him being better than Jaylen Brown. You basically trade him straight up for Paul George when you think about just next year. That's a strong decrease in talent. And you already lost in the first round to the Sixers, who was your best player. You're giving them who was your best player last year. I think this is one of the worst trades they could possibly make, honestly. I think a Portland trade would have been better. The Pelicans trade that I talked about would have been better. I mean, I don't have a ton off the top of my head. The Cavs, Evan Mobley. If you get Evan Mobley for Jaylen Brown, that's so much better than Paul George in 2 picks. But overall, I'd give the Sixers an A+ and the Celtics an F. Honestly, or maybe like a D, because the picks are good. But on another note, I didn't make a video about it. Kawhi got traded for Brandon Ingram and a good amount of picks. I think that's going to be, besides my Pacers, that's going to be one of my favorite teams to watch next year. Kawhi, Scotty Barnes, CMB, RJ Barrett. Now, it's a lot of guys who are around the same size, so it's a little awkward, but Kawhi going back home, man. It's just, I'm a little nostalgic about it. And Kawhi can be their main ball handler. You saw last season, his handle looked crazy. And last season was his best season as a Clipper, especially during the regular season where he played 65 games, which is really good for a guy like Kawhi. And I honestly, like, from the Clippers' perspective, I like it a lot. I like that they're not just trying to compete every year, knowing they're probably not going to do that much. They're finally over the James Harden, Kawhi, Paul George era. All those guys are gone. Is Terrence Mann gone too? I don't know. But I really like it from the Clippers' perspective. Now you've got Keaton Waugler, Darius Garland, Brandon Ingram. Still a team that's not going to be bottom three, so they're going to stay out of that relegation zone. But they're still going to be focused on developing young talent, which I like a lot for them, especially in the West, where you don't want to be just a middling team, because the West is not going to let a middling team get out. You have to go through the Thunder, the Spurs, the Nuggets when they're playing good, the Timberwolves. All four of those are championship caliber teams, in my opinion. And then you could say the Rockets, the Lakers with Luka. Like, it's just not a weak conference at all. And you're not gonna go on a crazy run like the Heat or something like that, in my opinion. So I really like it from the Clippers' perspective, and I really like it from the Raptors' perspective. So I'd probably give the Clippers an A, honestly, because they got a lot back. They got a lot of picks back. I don't think they would have got that anywhere else. And I would give the Raptors a B+, because I like the trade. I don't think they did anything wrong, but you'd rather not give up that many picks. But overall, this offseason has been crazy. I'll make another video recapping free agency when it's over. There's going to be a lot to talk about. I'll have to prepare a lot for that video. This was kind of just an instant reaction to the Jaylen Brown trade. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are about it in the comments, and I'll be sure to reply to all you guys.